Imagine a country so vast that it stretches from the icy Atlantic Ocean all the way to the Pacific coast and up into the frozen reaches of the Arctic. A land where towering mountains rise above endless forests, mighty rivers carve through valleys, and glaciers hide ancient secrets beneath their frozen surface. That country is Canada, the second largest nation on Earth, and a place where geography isn't just about land on a map. It's about extremes, contrasts, and natural wonders that leave even the most seasoned explorers in awe. Today, we're uncovering 15 fascinating geography facts about Canada that will completely change the way you see this northern giant. From frozen tundra to warm prairies, from sprawling lakes to volcanic peaks, Canada's landscapes are as diverse as they are spectacular. Let's dive in. Fact number 1. Canada is enormous. Canada's sheer size is almost unimaginable. Covering nearly 10 million square kilometers, it stretches across 6 time zones and borders 3 oceans: the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic. To put it into perspective, you could fit all of Western Europe inside Canada and still have room left over. Because of this vastness, the geography varies dramatically from region to region. The East features rugged coastlines and dense forests. Central Canada holds vast prairies. The West is dominated by mountains and glaciers. And the far north is Arctic tundra. Traveling across Canada is like visiting several countries in one. Despite its massive size, Canada's population is relatively small, around 38 million people. That means much of the country remains untouched wilderness, giving scientists, adventurers, and wildlife a vast playground of natural environments. Fact number 2. Canada has the longest coastline in the world. Canada's coastline stretches for over 202,000 kilometers, which is longer than the distance from the Earth to the Moon and back, if you could stretch it out. From jagged cliffs in Newfoundland and Labrador to the fjords of British Columbia, the coastline is dotted with countless bays, inlets, and islands. This coastal diversity creates a rich ecosystem, supports fisheries, and even shapes local climates. For example, coastal regions often have milder winters than the interior, where temperatures can plummet dramatically. The sheer length of Canada's coastline also means there's no shortage of dramatic scenery. Icebergs drifting in the north, misty shores with lighthouse-studded islands, and sandy beaches along the Pacific coast that seem to stretch endlessly. Fact number 3. Canada has more lakes than anywhere else. Canada is often called the land of a million lakes, but in reality it has about 2 million lakes, covering more area than France. Some of these lakes are enormous, like Great Bear Lake, which spans 31,000 square kilometers, and Great Slave Lake, deeper than the Grand Canyon in places. These lakes aren't just beautiful, they have shaped Canada's geography, transportation, and history. Indigenous peoples and early explorers relied on these lakes as highways through the wilderness. Today, they remain essential for freshwater, recreation, and biodiversity. Even small, hidden lakes scattered across forests and tundra are home to unique ecosystems. Many lakes contain fish species found nowhere else on Earth. Every lake tells a story of glacial carving, climate change, and geological time. Fact number 4. Canada reaches into the Arctic. The northernmost parts of Canada extend into the Arctic Circle, a land of extremes. The Arctic tundra stretches for thousands of kilometers, and most of the land is covered in permafrost, permanently frozen ground that holds secrets from the Ice Age. Polar bears, Arctic foxes, and walruses roam freely here. This region may seem harsh and uninhabitable, but it is home to Inuit communities who have thrived for thousands of years, adapting to a climate most people would find impossible. The Arctic region also plays a critical role in regulating Earth's climate. Ice reflects sunlight back into space, helping cool the planet. As these areas warm, global climate patterns are directly affected. Fact number 5. Mountains and plains shape the land. Canada's landscapes vary dramatically. The Rocky Mountains in the west rise over 3,000 meters, filled with jagged peaks, glaciers, and alpine lakes. Moving eastward, you enter the prairies, flat, fertile grasslands that stretch for hundreds of kilometers, perfect for farming. Further east lie the Appalachian Mountains in Newfoundland and Labrador, which are older and more eroded than the Rockies, but no less picturesque. This variety, mountains, plains, plateaus, forests, and tundra, gives Canada its incredible geographic diversity. Mountains influence weather patterns, rivers carve valleys, and plains support agriculture. The diversity is staggering for a single country. Fact number 6, Canada has its own desert. Yes, Canada has a desert, the Okanagan Desert in southern British Columbia. It's not a Sahara-style desert, but a semi-arid region with cactus, sandy soil, and hot summers. This small desert is an unusual surprise in a country famous for snow and ice. It's home to unique plants and wildlife, showing that Canada's geography is not just cold and forested. It can be dry, hot, and surprisingly diverse. Fact number 7, forest cover. Nearly half the country. About 38% of Canada is forested, making it one of the most forest-rich countries on Earth. Boreal forests dominate the north, filled with spruce, pine, and fir trees. In the west, temperate rainforests thrive along the Pacific coast, home to towering cedar and Douglas fir trees. These forests are critical for wildlife. Moose, bears, wolves, and countless bird species rely on these habitats. Forests also play a crucial role in the global carbon cycle, helping reduce greenhouse gases and regulate the climate. Fact number 8, Canada holds a massive share of the world's fresh water. Thanks to its lakes, rivers, and glaciers, Canada holds over 20% of the planet's fresh water. This abundance supports ecosystems, agriculture, industry, and human populations. The Great Lakes alone contain enough fresh water to supply the entire US and Canada for years. Rivers like the St. Lawrence and Mackenzie have carved valleys and shaped settlements for centuries. Fresh water is one of Canada's defining geographic features. Fact number 9, the Arctic Archipelago. Canada's northern islands form the Arctic Archipelago, one of the largest island groups in the world. Some islands, like Baffin Island, are enormous, the 5th largest globally, while others are tiny and uninhabited. Covered in ice for much of the year, these islands are home to polar bears, seals, and unique Arctic flora. The archipelago has shaped human migration, exploration, and scientific research for centuries. It's a frozen labyrinth of mountains, glaciers, and fjords. Fact number 10, glaciers and ice fields. Western Canada hosts massive glaciers and ice fields, especially in the Rockies. The Columbia Ice Field is one of the largest in North America, feeding dozens of rivers that sustain ecosystems and communities downstream. These glaciers are slowly shrinking due to climate change, yet they remain iconic symbols of Canada's icy wilderness. Ice fields, glaciers, and snowpack play a vital role in water supply and climate regulation. Fact number 11. Niagara Falls, Canada is home to one of the world's most famous waterfalls. Niagara Falls, on the border of Ontario and New York. It's an example of how water shapes the land. Thousands of years ago, retreating glaciers carved the Great Lakes, and Niagara Falls formed as water flowed from Lake Erie to Lake Ontario. Today, millions visit every year to witness the sheer power and beauty of this natural wonder. Fact number 12, the Canadian Shield. About half of Canada sits on the Canadian Shield, one of the oldest geological formations on Earth. Rocky, ancient, and rich in minerals, the Shield is dotted with lakes, rivers, and forests. Its hard rock landscape shaped Canada's settlement patterns. Farming is limited, but mining resources are abundant. The Canadian Shield tells a story of billions of years of Earth's history. Fact number 13, volcanic and seismic zones. While Canada isn't as famous as the Pacific Ring of Fire, it has its share of volcanoes and earthquakes, especially in British Columbia. Dormant volcanoes like Mount Garibaldi and Mount Meager remind us that the land is geologically active. Earthquakes occur occasionally, especially along the west coast, shaping mountains, valleys, and human settlements over time. Fact number 14, unique wildlife zones. Canada's varied geography creates diverse habitats. Polar bears roam the Arctic, grizzlies inhabit the Rockies, moose roam forests and wetlands, and whales thrive along the coasts. Rivers, lakes, mountains, and plains all influence how wildlife survives, migrates, and interacts. Geography and ecology are deeply intertwined in Canada. Fact number 15, geography shapes culture and life. Finally, Canada's geography has profoundly influenced its people and culture. From Inuit communities in the north, who navigate icy landscapes and hunt traditional foods, to fishing villages along the Atlantic, to ranches in the prairies and modern cities near lakes and rivers. Life in Canada has always been shaped by land and climate. Even transportation reflects geography. There are few roads connecting northern towns, so people rely on planes, boats, and snowmobiles. Geography isn't just scenery, it's a way of life. Conclusion. So there you have it. 15 geography facts about Canada that showcase its incredible size, diversity, and natural wonders. From frozen Arctic islands to desert valleys, towering mountains to endless lakes, Canada is a country of contrasts and extremes. Every lake, river, glacier, and forest tells a story of time, nature, and life. If you enjoyed this journey through Canada, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more explorations around the world. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep marveling at the amazing landscapes that make our planet extraordinary. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.